Now I could play 20 questions with you guys of what I am currently wearing on my wrist, and you would never ever guess it. Not in a million years. Here it is. A Tauschmeister World Timer Nemo. I know, that is a funky timepiece. Very steampunky. Yeah, I like this watch. I wouldn't say I love it. I like it. I swap it in the rotation once in a while. It does have some huge appendages on it. Yeah, it's a funky watch. I've never reviewed it, by the way. Will I? I don't know. If I see a lot of requests below in the comments, I might. It's hard to find. I think it was discontinued. I've had it for about 3 years. It's a quartz watch, super funky, and this is a completely luminous dial. And it has an old-timey world clock function on it, complicated to use. Maybe I'll explain that if and when I review it. It's just a cool conversation piece, really. That's my EDC watch for the day. Now we go on with a 3-for-1 field watch review. Are you excited? Not really, nothing. But I didn't really have much else to do, so I clicked on this video. Okay, and I appreciate you doing that. I really do. Hey, we're going to cover some ground in this video. We're going to do three watches from 3 different brands. Casio, Citizen, Timex. The advantage for me is I get to do 1 video versus 3 reviews. It's an advantage for you as well. And all 3 of these watches are fantastic. All 3 of them are extraordinarily high value. I'll ballpark it about $80 each. Depending on which variation you get, how you buy it, and when you buy it. When is actually a very important component in your purchasing. If you delay too long, the price goes up, 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 up. The first one I'm going to show you is a Casio MTP-S120L-3AVC, and then I think there's an F at the end. There you go. So this is a solar-powered field watch. The sizing is a very versatile 42 millimeters across. So I do like bigger watches. I wear bigger watches frequently, but more and more I have reviewed smaller, or let's say moderately sized timepieces for smaller wrists. I think you could rock this watch if you have a 6.5-inch wrist. No problem. So it's 42 millimeters across, 11 in thickness, 49 lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug spacing. The Citizen also has 22 millimeter lug spacing. Excuse me, COVID cough. The Timex is 20. I'll show you that when we get there. Now, the first thing you'll note about this watch, and it has this going on more than any other timepiece that I'm reviewing right now. Watch. It looks military, doesn't it? It just looks like a military timepiece. One is the OD Cordura nylon strap. Also the execution of the face. It just looks like a military watch, which is all good with me. I love that. I like traditional field watches, and this has it going on. So that is good. Another good thing it does is it has a really good handset. I wouldn't say great because they have some damn shiny material on the end of it. On the periphery, see that? The old nut and fancy rant. Yeah, same as before. I want pure colorations on my hands. All the hands. I don't want any shininess at all. I hate it. But the thing that Casio did right is they made it very thin. So you can see there's plenty of lume on this watch. They are very legible. The hands are. The seconds hand is totally shiny with a green tip on it. Would I program this watch? Paint the hands? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, if this was my watch, and this is a loaner. Not from Casio, not from a distributor. This is a loaner. So would I paint it? Absolutely. I would paint the hands pure white, and I would do the seconds hand. I might go with that green color right there. I might do a variation of green color there. So there you go. But as far as the shape of the hands go, very nice. We do have some counterbalancing going on the opposite side of the hands. Usually I'm not a big fan of that if it goes too long. Casio does do that frequently. You can see it with the seconds hand. See that counterbalance right here? It's so shiny it's hard to show you. There you go. But it's minimal in this MTP watch. I like that. Really legible day date. Big thumbs up for that. Windowed. in positive display. I love that. We have military time. Again, that military appearance on the inner dial. So 1800 hours, 2100 hours. I like the full numeral set. More and more, I really like that. I want a 1. I want a 2. Can't do a 3 because of the date window, but 4 or 5, I love that. I just do. I just like it. It looks good and it's super functional. Now, it has a fixed bezel on it. It's rare you're going to find a field watch that has a rotatable bezel on it. Why do they do this? It's mostly a style thing. Mostly a style. If it rotated, dude, I would be so stoked about this watch. I really would. It would probably run away with this review, this 3-for-1 review. You notice they put some psych out milling in the side of the bezel, the fixed bezel here. That's pretty funny. Making you think you can turn it. You can't turn it. But if you could, oh my gosh, that would be great. Great. One thing I'm not super stoked about this is it has an effective face of 27.8 millimeters being measured from the inside of that chapter ring, which is substantial, and it takes up case space. I'd much rather that they would have deleted that chapter ring and made a completely flat face, pressed your Arabic numerals all the way to the outside of the case, make your hands bigger, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff I always rant about. As it is, it's still a fine watch, a little bit small for me. 100 meter water resistance, mineral crystal on this one. That's the Casio MTP-S120 Lima and some other digits that I forget about. Links will be below, by the way. Now we go on to the Citizen, also solar powered. Man, I like this watch. This is a BV1080. Look at this. This is a cool watch, dudes. Same water resistance, 100 meters, same lug spacing, 22 millimeters, same execution in the strap. And I forgot to mention the strap here. I'll go back to it. But notice it's a Cordura strap, khaki in color with this variation of the Citizen BV1080, and it looks like a military timepiece. I will say this about this one. It looks more like a pilot watch than a field watch to me. And that might be a hard line to delineate where that changes. So you'll go, well, what's the difference? Hard to explain. It just has a cleaner, wider face, and it's just less cluttered. It just kind of seems more like a pilot watch. I'm going to classify it as a field watch, but I'm just going to throw that in there. It doesn't have an inverted Flieger triangle in it. Neither does this one. The Timex does. I'll just throw that out there. There you go. Let me go back to the strap. I forgot to mention it. So it's nylon, and it's supposedly leather lined. It looks kind of like vinyl to me, though. I'm not super enamored with this strap. It's okay. You do have some rivets here. Great sizing on it. Double keepers. Polished clasp. Screw-in case back, by the way, on this. Plain Jane. I'd give the strap 0 to 5 stars. I'll give this strap 2 stars. I don't like it. I don't like the fabric. I just think it's cheesy. If you look at this Citizen, this is a good fabric. So this is what Casio was trying to do. The Citizen blows it away. Notice the rivets are higher quality. This is genuine leather or Alcantara, one of the two. And the stitching is fantastic. This is a strap I would not take off. I would probably wear this a while, and if it annoyed me, I'd just pitch it. This strap is fantastic. Really nice strap. It's tapered. I like a straight strap, but I think every strap I have here is slightly tapered. Let's go back to the face. Full numerals here. Narrow chapter ring. And the effective face on this is a broader 30 millimeters. So that's measuring roughly inside the chapter ring. Notice the starkness of this handset, how perfect it is. And by the way, I have not hands modded this watch or that one. This is as it came from the factory. So hands are black, right? And we have black numerals, really clear markings, easy to read. We have a positive display date, no day. We have a 6 o'clock seconds hand in red, a really nice pop of color. Eco Drive solar panel here, same as this one. This is solar panel here. So both of these watches are solar driven. Word about that super quick. These can and will fail you once in a while. I've had several Citizens. The batteries in my solar powered watches just go down, even though they shouldn't have. Now, they have gone uncharged for a period of time, and I think that is bad for the batteries. I recommend you keep it charged up, but with so many watches, it's hard to keep up sometime. What you would do is just take the watch back off, look at what it has, and there's going to be a solar battery there, and you can order another one in Amazon and just replace it. A little more involved than that, but you can do it. This has a mineral crystal as well. I do have a watch case, a watch face protector on it, armor suit material. Standard field watch design right here on the side. Very slim. The sizing on this, by the way, is 43 millimeters. All these watches are about the same. 43 millimeters on this one, 10 millimeters, and then 49 lug to lug. Again, it will fit pretty much any wrist size. Now notice this one does not have a military time marking on it, and I kind of like that because I don't use that, and it makes for a cleaner watch. I love the looks of this watch. I really, and the black stark hands, just really nice. Non-screw down bezel. This one doesn't have a screw down bezel either. Again, we're just looking at 100 meter water resistance on these. There's your BV1080-18 Alpha is a variation in the price I paid for it. Really nice watch. I love that one. And here comes Timex, and this one has been programmed with some Gundam stuff. Nothing crazy, just some Gundam stuff. This is a Timex Waterberry, and this will function as my tabletop review for the entire Waterberry series. These are great watches, not solar powered. Okay, so this is a little bit different than these. Not solar powered, but man, do they come in some great colorations. This is one of them. This is in Mallard Blue. And I did mod the hands. I painted them white. I think I did the seconds hand white, and then I put a Gundam decal in there just for fun. Just for fun. I'll try to show you the lume. This is an illuminator watch. Indiglow is what they call it, and it's fantastic. But check out the colorations of the Waterberry. Different straps, different case treatments, different hand treatments, wide variety. Timex has some great watches out there. They do have some quirks. I'll talk about them, you know, when I did the tabletop reviews. For instance, this one actually has a magnified crystal on it. I don't know if you can tell. So it actually does some magnifying on it. And I think that is mineral, but sometimes they have a plexiglass crystal on it. The reason I don't really care that much is because I put a crystal protector on it. As you can see, this one wearing, and it does have some wear on it. Back to the face though, inverted Flieger triangle. We have stick markers here at the 9, 6, and 3 o'clock position. Negative display date window, of course, being covered up as it always is. This is a funky color, but I do like it. It's just a really fun color. It's 50 meter water resistant, non-screw down crown with the Timex Waterberry series. Make sure you're good with that. I think most of you all would be. I did sign the sign of this frosted stainless steel case when I modded it. Of all the watches, I like this case the best. Look at how cool that looks. That just really dark, bead blasted stainless steel. It's just really cool. It's almost a dark gray. Crown, pretty standard, no logo. I didn't really show you this one in detail. Shiny, and here comes the Casio. I would say crowns, just the crowns in order of preference would be this one, that one, and that one. This is the worst, that's the best. That's just looking at the crowns. That's just me. Let's look at the case back. Here comes a negative thing about the Waterberry, and I hate this. It's a non-screw-in case back. It's a pry back. Again, 50 meter water resistance, and there's a reason right there. I hate how Casio, not Casio, but Timex does this. There's a pry tab right there, so you pop that up, replace the battery. I do believe they use pretty big batteries in there due to the Indiglow feature. I think they're like 2032s. So they last a good long time. They'd almost run, heck, as long as this. I get good time out of, I get good endurance out of my Timex watches running those 2032s. They're fantastic. I modded this one in June 2019. Signed right there. Look in the back. Quick release. Canvas strap. And this is genuine canvas. Well, not genuine, but it's not Cordura. And I say it that way because a lot of watch reviewers and, I don't know, websites will say it's a canvas strap when it's actually Cordura like this one. This is cotton canvas. So I don't think this is a watch you really want to get wet. It's more of a field watch, light duty field watch, EDC watch, quick release spring bars. By the way, Timex has some fantastic straps that you can buy on their website. Fantastic. I love their straps. And you can get some good sales on them. The only thing I would say is these keepers are pretty much worthless. They don't keep the this part too tight. Cool watch though. Okay, now let me go to the lume before I draw some final conclusions about this 3-for-1 watch review. I'll start off with the Waterberry and the Indiglo feature, and there is some light in the studio, so I apologize for that. Let me change these hands because, as usual, they're lined up for the tabletop review. Timex Waterberry coming up first for the lume presentation. It will win hands down. Indiglo. Beautiful violet color. Camera actually capturing that accurately for a change. Fantastic. Indiglo is awesome. Again, it's powered by a big battery too, like a 2032 or something like that, that lasts a long time. I'm getting like 4 years out of my Indiglo watches. Granted, they're not being worn every day, just in the rotation, but they last pretty good. And as long as you hold that crown down, that's what I'm doing, you'll get lume. Disadvantage is you do have to press a crown to get it. Big advantage is you can actually read it when you need it. Yeah, unlike these two. So the Citizen, not great lume. The Casio, not great lume. Let's pretend they have a shot. I'll charge them up with the very cool purple purchased Olight S2R. Look at that in purple. So sick. Link below. Well, not the purple. They come and go so quickly you won't be able to get one. Let's see how these black hands do. Believe it or not, they are luminous. These are right here. And that, a little bit of light for you. These aren't great. These aren't great. In fact, I would rate the lume on these marginal, both of the watches. Now, anytime you get black hands, the lume never lasts a long time. I guess it's remarkable there's lume at all, right? So these are those pure black hands, and you can see lume. There's no lume at all on the periphery. On the markers, on the numerals, nothing. Basic, basic, basic. And you see it's fading very quickly. The Casio is a little bit better, but about the same. Yeah, you got a little pip on the seconds hand there. You can see basic lume. So with that being said, the Timex blows away the other two. I mean, it's not even a competition. Granted, it's a different technology. Not solar powered, bigger battery, but if reading your light at night is important to you, the Timex Indiglo is the way to go. Okay, so we've looked at the straps, the case treatments, the crystals, the hands, the markings, and by the way, I like the hands on all these. Some needed painting. And I'll show you some screenshots, by the way, of Waterberries without them being hands modded. You'll get a flavor of what they look like. They're completely functional, but I just like them better painted. Which out of all these three would I wear day to day? I'm going to give you an honest answer and rank them accordingly. One, this is my first choice, second choice, third choice. There you go. What do I not like about this? I don't like the strap on it. I don't like the small effective face on it. I don't like the shiny hands. Granted, when I programmed it, it would be much better. I don't like the size of it. It's a 42 millimeter watch, albeit this one is 2. This is 42 12 by 48. I forgot to mention that. This one just seems bigger because of a larger effective case size. See that? Notice this is what I'm talking about. There's no chapter ring at all in the Waterberry. It's a flat face. So it's a small watch that wears bigger than it is. This one is a 42 millimeter piece. It wears like a 38 millimeter piece to me. This one I absolutely love. It's very cool. I like the markings on it, the different colorations. The strap is fantastic. Really, there's not too much I don't like about this watch. I love it. The only reason I'm giving this Citizen a slight nod, and again, it's a BV1080, I just like its looks. The cream coloration with a khaki strap and the starkness of it, the black Arabic numerals, dude, hands down. This is a great watch. All three are recommended. I'll put links below. Support the show. More watch reviews to come. Nothing fancy project. Thank you so much.